tattva relies on prajna paramita, and thus the mind is without hindrance. Without hindrance there is no fear. Far beyond all inverted views, one realizes nirvana. All Buddhas of past, present, and future rely on prajna paramita, and thereby attain unsurpassed, complete, perfect enlightenment. Therefore know the prajna paramita as the great miraculous mantra, the great bright mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, which removes all suffering and is true, not false. Therefore we proclaim the prajna paramita mantra, a mantra that says gate, gate, paragate, parasangate, bodhisattva. Having chanted Makahanya Haramita Shinyo, heart of great perfect wisdom sutra, we offer the merit generated hereby to our great benefactor and founder of the doctrine, the original teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, to the eminent ancestor Dogen Zenji, and to the great ancestor Keizan Zenji, that it may adorn their awakening the unsurpassed fruit of Buddhahood. We humbly pray that the blessings of the full benefactors may be fully requited, that the three classes of existence may all be saved, and that sentient being throughout the triple world equally perfect omniscience. What we hope for is the prosperity for the household, long continuity of the family lines of the Sozenji Buddhist Temple members and their friends, prevention of disasters, and that all conditions may be favorable. May we, together with all beings, realize the Buddha way.
Sozenji
So we'd like to start the September church service for those who passed away in the month of September. We dedicate this service to our families and friends of Sozenji Buddhist Temple. Reverend Shuyu Hideo Kurai, September 6, 1986. Iwaki Yoshio, September 7, 1995. Kamon John Takao, September 19, 1999. Nakano Art Toshitaka, September 27, 2003. Oishi Koima Yamamoto, September 5, 1992. Serizawa Iwao, September 7, 1989. Shigetomi Masuo Yu, September 29, 2003. Suda Chizuko, September 2006. Sugi Taneko Suzy, September 30, 2010. Tachibana Yoshiharu, September 13, 2011. Tanaka Ayako Toshima, September 14, 1985. Watanabe Katsuie, September 9, 2005. And to all those away in your lives that you have hold dear in your heart. May this humble merit of reciting the sutras, offering the incense, offering the presence and our thoughts and wishes be extended to our loved ones. Namakiye Butsu.
Namakiye Butsu.
Namakiye Ho.
Namakiye Ho.
Namakiye So.
Namakiye So.
よろしくお願いいたします。 し弱小にして国を含む。キャラいして世間を感ずればなお夢中の地のごとし。仰ぎ濃い目が枠は散歩して召喚を垂れたまえ。将来工芸当職草を備え。現前の聖書を集めうやうやしく大神だらにを不術す。集むるところの功徳は総禅寺。9月小月供養精霊にエコーす。Purity perfected, the light penetrates, calmly shining throughout the void, coming back and viewing the world like something in a dream. We humbly beg the three treasures for their illumination. On this occasion of the September Shotsuki Memorial Service and Ohigan service, we have respectfully prepared offerings of incense, flowers, lamps, and candles, sweet tea, hot water, and delicacies and savories, and chanted the Daihishin Dharani, the great compassionate mind Dharani, that the merit generated thereby may assist their awakened spirits and adorn the land of their reward. Sozenji 9月小月供養精霊 Reverend 周遊秀夫くらい独法周遊大与所属名岩崎義雄霊小月供養の霊に愛をて岩崎家先祖類大小霊属名家門ジョン高尾霊小月供養の神に愛をて家門家先祖類大小霊属名中野馬年高霊小月追善供養の神に愛をて中野家先祖類大小霊属名大石小今山本霊小月追善供養の神に愛をて大石家先祖類大小霊俗名、芹沢陽霊、小月追善供養の神に愛をて、芹沢家先祖類大小霊。俗名、重富、増尾美霊、小月追善供養の神に愛をて、重富家先祖類大小霊。俗名、須田千鶴光霊、小月追善供養の神に愛をて、須田家先祖類大小霊。俗名杉種子鈴霊小月追善供養の神に愛をて杉家先祖類大小霊俗名立花義治霊小月追善供養の神に愛をて立花家先祖類大小霊俗名田中綾子豊島霊小月追善供養の神に愛をて田中家先祖類大小霊俗名渡辺勝霊小月追善供養の神に愛をて渡辺家先祖類大小霊俗名マイケル・レページ霊小月追善供養の神に愛をてレページ家先祖類大小霊おのおの総禅寺9月小月供養精霊にエコースWe humbly pray that within the current of bargain that they shall be as a lustrous pearl shimmering, undisturbed in the vast sea, that on the shore of Nirvana they shall be as a cinnamon moon shining alone in the azure sky, so that they will guide the entire world together, climbing the path to awakening.
Now we will be conducting a well-wishing service for those who are friends and families who would need our prayers and good wishes and thoughts. And as our friends, Sangha members, and President David's here with us on Zoom, I'd like to also remind him that we all send him your thoughts and good wishes. And I'd like you to know that. I asked with a link from Angel City Zen Center as well as a notebook to write your loved one's names. So I will be reading their names. So please feel free to come forward for incense offering as we start the chanting.
having chanted Tenmei Kandongyo and Shosaimyo Kichijo Darani for protecting life, we dedicate the benefits to the well-being, health, and complete healing of our friends. David Isobe, Amy Christian, Kiyoshi Saito, Haruko Fuji, Rob Kinslow, Lilita, Luna, Mela Sunek, MP, J.D. Frank, Elsie Frank, Jessica Frank, Joanne Deichert, Tommy Jasmine. May they be deeply supported in the Dharma, be at peace and free from suffering, and may they, together with all beings, realize Buddha's way.
May this humble merit reciting the sutras, offering the flowers and sweets, offering the incense, offering your presence. Our time and thoughts all be extended through our lives, to our loved ones, families and friends, to everyone in the community, to all peoples, to all sentient beings. May we together with them attain the Buddha. Namakiye Butsu.
Namakiye Butsu.
Namakiye Ho.
Namakiye Ho.
Namakiye So.
Namakiye So.
Thank you very much. Genjo Koan. This is a part of the teachings from Dogen Zenji. In September in Eiheiji Monastery, in our school, many temples in Japan, we commemorate and celebrate the teaching and life of Dogen Zenji, who learned this tradition that originates from Bodhidharma, which is, of course, preceded by all the way the Shakyamuni Buddha. His words are sometimes difficult to grasp, but this is where our practice and path has deep roots. As all things are Buddha Dharma, there is delusion and realization, practice, birth and death, and there are Buddhas and sentient beings. As the myriad things are without an abiding self, there is no delusion, no realization, no Buddha, no sentient being, no birth and death. The Buddha way is basically leaping clear of the many and the one. Thus there are birth and death, delusion and realization, sentient beings and Buddhas. Yet, in attachment, blossoms fall, and in aversion, weeds spread. To carry yourself forward and experience myriad things is delusion. That myriad things come forth and experience themselves is awakening. Those who have great realization of delusion are Buddhas. Those who are greatly deluded about realization are sentient beings. Furthermore, there are those who continue realizing beyond realization, who are in delusion throughout delusion. When Buddhas are truly Buddhas, they do not necessarily notice that they are Buddhas. However, they are actualized Buddhas, who go on actualizing Buddhas. When you see forms or hear sounds fully engaging body and mind, you grasp things directly. Unlike things and their reflections in the mirror, and unlike the moon and its reflection in the water, when one side is illuminated, the other side is dark. To study the Buddha way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be actualized by myriad things. When actualized by myriad things, your body and mind, as well as the bodies and minds of others, drop away. No trace of realization remains, and this no trace continues endlessly. When you first seek Dharma, you imagine you are far away from its environments. But Dharma is already correctly transmitted. You are immediately your original self. These are the words from a Genjo koan, Dogen Zenji. Ohigan is a time we go see our families in the cemetery. As I was coming back from a long trip in Canada and Chicago, spending some time with my son, so reflecting on my memories of my fathers, who died at the age of 62 after becoming an abbot. And I think of Reverend Tom as well. He died fairly young. We think of how things have manifested if these teachers of our life lived a longer life. But they have fulfilled their life, given the path to us, handing it over to our generations. And we are doing the same thing. Often in the Buddhist traditions, there were many moments when this flame seems to be extinguished. Many moments, and yet the flame will be continuing has continued. I often reflect the time when my grandfather was sharing with me how his elder brother, who was supposed to be the abbot, died in Papua New Guinea in the war. He reluctantly came to the temple. He was really unhappy about having to assume the role. Yet who fulfilled his role? There were a lot of rivalries, competitions among the priests, politics. Yet, in this human world, there's an essence of Buddha Dharma that we carry on. In the politics of the community, in the frustration sometimes, we know deep down here there's this thing that we carry on. So I hope in this time where we approach equinox, we consider this as one of the sacred times in the year. You have a moment to reflect your life and your connections with your predecessors, and the way to also carry this forward to the people who are taking your place in the future. Now, with that spirit, I'd like to invite our students and friends to share some wisdom with us.
Hi everyone, so nice to see you. I've just been thinking a lot lately about transitions, and we're coming up on the equinox, obviously a very neat kind of delineation between summer and fall. But this has been a big year for me in transitions. I moved back out to LA and I did this on-go training at Angel City Zen Center, and it just strikes me as that we have these, we'll do these like milestones, like you complete the training, it's the fall equinox, you graduate from college or whatever it is, you get married. But really what's happening is there's a long process over time where things are changing, and it's uncomfortable and uncertain a lot of the time. And there's just being in that, I think, is what is very apparent to me right now. I think another example of it is just, we're heading into fall. It's still hot, but if you notice, the light this time of year is like my favorite in the late afternoon. It's really pretty and golden, sort of a golden cast to it. And so just seeing and feeling that it's still hot, it still feels like summer, but that hint of fall is coming, and just noticing those subtle changes, I think are really fascinating. I think for me, someone who's kind of had to move away from a lot of very black and white thinking, I really enjoy, and I'm coming more to appreciate just noticing how much more subtle these changes actually are. So thanks for having me today. Wonderful to see you.
Hello. We were confused. I have been thinking about Dogen also, and we do this literature night at Angel City once a week, and it's very fun to go in to look at the old literature. And I remember Dogen can definitely be inscrutable. You can see him he's incredibly brilliant. He was a very precise writer. But one time our old teacher looked at us and he goes, "What if Dogen was just being funny?" Like the wordplay and the kind of back and forth and the way it goes. And so I was looking at, I'm just going to share a little bit of this, but Inmo, his famous essay Inmo. And the wonderful thing that Sotoshu did for us was when they released their Shobogenzo, they put the Japanese right above the English. You can kind of see it. And I don't speak medieval Japanese, but you know who does? ChatGPT does. And so I have ChatGPT break it down for me, word by word, sentence by sentence, like, explain to me what Dogen is doing with language here. And so it does. And so you can kind of see how the sentences work. So we came up with a version of this section of Inmo, just trying to preserve Dogen's wordplay, so we could try to get the best we can, just some feel of what he was. I think you forget the poetry of it, you know? And so my goal with this one was to preserve the sentence structure and the repetition in words so we can kind of hear the fun he might have been having. So I'm just going to read you a small, brief bit of this passage. Okay, and anyway, just for the fun of it. There's a saying that's come down to us from antiquity, come down to us from the west, come down to us from the heavens above. When you fall down because of the ground, you get back up by using the ground. Trying to get up without using the ground is impossible. That saying has been held up and revered as a great revelation. It's the way body and mind fall away. If someone asks what truth the Buddhas use to find their way, we say those who fall down because of the ground get back up by using the ground. Really study it, and then break through everything that's come before, break through everything yet to come, break through a moment like this. Great understanding, no understanding, falling back into confusion being, lost in confusion being, blocked by understanding being, blocked by confusion. It's all the truth of falling down because of the ground and getting back up by using the ground. It's been proclaimed in the heavens above and the earth below, proclaimed in the west and in the east. It's been proclaimed in the past and the present by the ancient Buddhas and the current Buddhas. It's a saying that is never incomplete. There's nothing it doesn't express. But still, if we only understand it like this and don't go on to understand it not like this, it's like we haven't studied the saying at all. Even though the ancient Buddhas passed down words like this, to hear the words of an ancient Buddha, like an ancient Buddha, we need to lift our ears higher. Even if the saying hasn't been fully grasped in the West or hasn't been fully grasped in the heavens above, the point is still being expressed, which is, when someone falls down because of the ground, if they try to get up by using the ground, even if they try for countless kalpas, they still won't be able to get up. Actually, there's only one possible way to get up, which is, when someone falls down because of the ground, they have to get up by using space. Someone who falls down because of space has to get up by using the ground. If they don't do it like this, there's no way they could ever get up. It's been that way for all the Buddhas and ancestors. Let's say someone asks, how far is space from the ground? If faced with a question like this, tell them space is 108,000 miles from the ground. See, that has to be funny. If you fall down because of the ground, you have to get up by using space. Trying to get up without using space ultimately makes no sense. If you fall down because of space, you have to get up by using the ground. Trying to get up without using the ground ultimately makes no sense. If you don't yet understand these words, you don't yet know, you can't yet see how to measure ground and space in the Buddhist way. There you go. Different side of code. That's all. Cheers.
Hello, friends. It's so lovely to see all of you. I'm going to say a few words about Shiyu Kurai, the first abbot of this temple. And it's a very awkward position for me because he is a man that I never met. I was 6 years old when he passed away. So I don't know much about him, actually. I just can kind of get a grasp for what it was like from maybe his images, like the pictures we have of him, and from his children, one of whom is sitting in the hall today, and others on Zoom, and from Reverend Tom and his legacy. So Sozenji, as Gyogi-san said earlier, was founded in 1971. And then from the dates of the Shosky list, Shiyu Kurai passed away in 1986. Is that correct? Did I hear correctly? So that's 15 years. That 15 years he established this temple and its way of doing things. And he served the congregation. And before he died, Suchi Kurai, his son, started to learn from him, started to learn priestcraft, started to learn how to run the temple and to serve the congregation. And from that, we are still benefiting today. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And then we have this concept of the transmission of the lamp being the Dharma. And Keizan Zenji is famous for writing, kind of corralling all the stories from the Buddha on to his day of the lamp, of the Dharma being passed from the Buddha to his disciples and to their disciples and so on. And we can see that happening again here. I mean, I'm speaking to you. I am, in some essence, just because I came after him, Reverend Tom's successor, was his student. Reverend Tom was his father's student. His father was his father's father's student, and so forth, correct? You can see this, it's supposed to be, it's viewed to be unbroken line from the Buddha until today. And each of us carries forward the Dharma to the next generation. I mean, again, that's a legacy that Sri Karai fulfilled. Because here you are today, partaking in that legacy and also spreading it. And I think that's an incredible thing. And thank you for being here.
Good morning. It was just yesterday that I was sitting with my daughter at home, and she pointed to a mask that I had hanging on my wall. And she said, "Who is that?" And I said, "That is Canon of Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin, the Bodhisattva of Compassion." She said, "Really? That mask has really fierce big eyes." I'm like, "Yeah. That mask has very big fangs and teeth, and the mouth is open like it's trying to bite." I'm like, "Yes. That mask is wearing a crown of 5 skulls." "Yes. And you're telling me that this is the Bodhisattva of Compassion?" Like, "Yes, it is. How can that be? How can that be that such a fierce aspect can represent compassion?" And so we talked about how maybe if you have a young child who is running into a road, that is not the time to sort of ask the child, "Oh, do you think this is a good idea or not?" Or to call over the drivers and ask them, "There are many things we need to be careful of when we drive. Is that the time for that, or is that the time for swift and decisive action?" And she was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." And yet at the same time, that the calm and accepting and gentle form of compassion might bleed into enabling other people to get away with things, to let them take advantage. In the same way, the fierce aspect can bleed into anger, into arrogance. "I'm right, you have to follow me." And so we always need to balance, and they circle back. And as we walk our path, it often looks like it's as thin as a knife edge, and that's impossible. I'm certainly going to fall one way or the other. And yet when we start digging down with compassion, which at first looks like it is gentle, but can actually be harsh if needed, so too do all of the precepts, all of the paramitas, all of the training become the same helping hand, which steady us if we list too far left, too far right. And with so many objects of help, suddenly this thin, thin path becomes eminently doable because we are supported in every which way. And so as we go forward through our week, the question then comes, how can we use our wisdom and discernment to best steady ourselves, to not go too far one way, not too far right, and still maintain our path of helping and supporting those around us and those we can reach? I'm not sure, and it will be exciting to see how that looks this coming week. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. I'll be brief, but just thinking about this idea of transition and the equinox, it occurs to me, that it's a good reminder of the transition that's always happening, that's always present with us. I know I, for one, can often think that there's an end to things, think that something has a result, and I can get attached to that result and maybe miss the transition. So now as the equinox and part of this time of year, I think it's helpful for me and for all of us maybe to remember that. I also think about, how so much of what we do is, there's always change in it. We do these rituals and we do these practices, and there's a continuation for a long period of time, that people have been doing it for a long time. But in the midst of that, there's always something unique. and it's perhaps changing with each time that it's done. So with that, I want to thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well, it's nice to sit on a pew and listen to different sort of perspectives on practice. 6 paramitas, Reverend Shu Kurai, Dogen Zenji. This service contained a lot of aspects, special occasion. Robert talked last. He'll be taking Jukai. It's a precept ceremony to formally become Buddha's children, Buddha's students. Here with Spring Bonnie. And as you know, Daibu and Robert did an amazing job with as musicians. And I'm hoping that they can continue to render their skills, share their skills, just as well as Sarah. She's so becoming a leader as a lay practitioner, which is, as I often say, is another aspect of North American Zen development. I'd like to also say thank you to our friends on Zoom. Thank you for your time. Annie, Stacy, John, David. Great to hear the news of the newborn babies. Sorry, my ears get a little bit weird after checking. Okay. I'd like to invite you to share just one brief moment of silence, and we'll conclude the group photo. Please join me. Namkie Ho. Namkie So.